Hello Libra, welcome to your reading for the month of February. So I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread using the Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I'm going to clarify that using the Kipper deck. Just know that when this Kipper deck comes out, things can get a little wonky, and you enter at your own risk on that one, just because the messages on it that I get from it, they're different. Boy, they're out there. Okay, I got mad at a few of the readings I just did and was fussing anyways about them. They made me feel like, sometimes they make me feel like I'm on like damn LSD or something, but anyways, because they're just trippy. Anyways, okay, so if you have something that you've been pondering and wondering and you want to get an answer for it, I'm going to do that at the end of the reading with the Angel Answers Oracle deck. Now, if you want to wait and watch the reading and then, see what questions you have after you watch the reading and then ask that, at the end, that's fine. However you want to do it. I have not shuffled these yet, so I'm going to shuffle them at the end where I actually can pick up on the energy in the moment. So, for the month of February. Okay. We have at the center of the reading, keep in mind that you're across the table from me watching this movie, or this video, this recording. So you are seeing the opposite, you're seeing the reflection of the cards. What I'm seeing, because this card for me is in reverse, King of Cups here. So either this is either you or someone you're dealing with. Now, if this is someone you're dealing with, then this could be like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy. So I would say or suggest, if you're a Libra woman watching this, then this is probably in regards to a masculine you're dealing with in your life. Now, if you are a masculine watching this, then I would say that this is you. Regardless of the sign, there is a masculine here at the center of this deck, this reading here, who is emotionally closed off, emotionally cut off. His emotions are shut down. Okay, this is like, don't pass go, do not collect $200 type of energy. He, I feel like, is being challenged right now by his desires. Now, he has, 9 cups here. There's 1 in his hand. So this could be around his home life, his family life, his ultimate fulfillment in life. This person here could actually be overindulging in, alcohol or substances at this time. This person actually feels unproductive. Their feelings and their emotions are just really cold. I'm telling you, I don't like a cold person, a cold-hearted person. And that's what this feels like to me, a cold-hearted masculine. I would say the reason why, this is going on right now is because this person has, in their life, some way, shape, or form, feels like they lack control, like they are, or like they don't have any sense of direction. So like a lack of direction, a lack of self-discipline. They may feel like the world is against them at this moment, and it looks like, at the beginning of February, they are. Now, when I added this up, this became a 10, and now here's a 10. So there is some way, shape, or form completion here in the month of February for said person over here. But this person is very much overwhelmed and burned out. Now, even though there's a lot of stuff they are having to take on, they're able to take it on. He's doing the work. He's just not going to be like emotionally invested in it. So like this 10 of Wands over here, this is struggling, overextending, feeling burdened, hard work, and responsibility. So even if this person is taking stock of their life right now, which I would say that they probably very much are, they are putting their nose to the grind and working and taking responsibility and doing the things that they have to. And, really, this is kind of like, what was that saying? It's like you got the, man, I can't even remember the saying now. But it's like, sometimes we go through life where things come into our lives and it kind of overwhelms us to a point where it cuts off our heart chakra, shuts down our emotions, and we're just like focused on that one thing. And it's almost like you can't see the forest for the trees. You can't see nothing else but that one thing that they're focused on. So I feel like this person right here is definitely focused on whatever these 10 items are that they're having to deal with in their life right now. Okay, so these could be like people, places, and things. This could be their anxieties, their trouble, their work, their vehicle. There's just a lot going on, a lot coming at this person that's really just got them bogged down and their nose to the grind. Even though they're taking this on and this responsibility, like, you could walk past this person and they wouldn't see you because they're so focused, like their head is down. They're just looking down at the ground. So this person's like meandering through life right now, overwhelmed with all this shit they got going on around them. And I would say this shit has to do with their emotions and their will or their drive to move forward or even go anywhere for that matter. So it's almost like, they know they have to take responsibility for these things, and that's all they're focused on. So in the meantime, I don't really feel like they really care or are, their heart's not in anything else. It's really like all work, no play. Now, there's an offer of abundance coming in like the middle of February, which could, be Valentine's Day time period. There is, an Ace of Pentacles here. This is a blessing coming out of the, a blessing in disguise. A handout coming from up above. Fulfillment, a new beginning, a new lover, a new friend. I'm sorry. So sorry. What I'm getting is, here's my little, my rooster, my baby rooster, has started to do his little rooster call. So, there he is. He's doing it. You have to excuse him. So, this right here, I think I said this earlier, that this is a 10. So it's almost like the first part of the month, they're really having to focus and put energy into all this bullshit right here that they have going on, okay? Now, in the middle of the month, there's some type of new beginning of prosperity. They're gaining something. They're getting stability. They're getting abundance. Something comes through for them at the middle of the month. Now, whether or not, and this might come through because of this. Because, I heard and read, my grandma might have even have told me once, but it's like, especially for a woman, sometimes we want new clothes, new shoes. Well, it's like, you look at your closet. If your closet is crammed full, the universe is not going to bring you money or the opportunity to go shopping and get new clothes and new shoes. So, like on an energetic level, you have to clean out the closet, so to speak, to make room for the new stuff to go in. So you have to get rid of the old shit, clean your closet, organize it, and it's like you clean and restructure the energy, so then the new, you're making room for the new, basically. It's an energy exchange. So it's almost like, because this masculine here puts all his effort and energy into completing, like, especially if he has a lot of things right here going on he's having to deal with. So he puts all this time and energy into tackling these responsibilities and these duties. And it's like, it completes, because, I mean, this can't get any worse. So once this is done, it's like it makes room for something new to enter. Like an offer, or like a new job, a new something. Now, this might also be this wish fulfillment over here that this masculine is challenged with. It's almost like he knows what he wants, but he's super cold and shut off because he hasn't either gotten it yet or hasn't been able to obtain it yet. And it could be that he hasn't been able to obtain it yet because of this shit right here. Whatever this might be. But with this Chariot here, this really speaks of why this is going down. So I don't know if this masculine has just not really felt, like they could really do anything, or he just hasn't really, I mean, it's like, especially if you're dealing with the water sign, I mean, for us, because I'm Pisces, like, I mean, I have and struggle with the seasonal gestational depression. I mean, for me, if it's like, I am so acclimated to the weather. It's like, if it's cold and rainy outside, I'm in my house. I ain't going out. I don't want to go to the store. I don't really want to do anything but sit at home and seek shelter. Okay? If it's nice out and the sun's out and it's not overcast and everything's sunny outside, I'm happy go giddy, ready to go. Now, for me, where I've been in this winter that we are now, let me see, almost halfway through. Yeah, we're now about halfway through winter. It's really been, it's been a wet winter, like rain wet. When I say wet, like, I was hoping for snow this year. I don't think we're going to get snow. We got it last year, several times last year, but this year, I don't think we're going to get it. So, it's supposed to be rainy all week this week. It's been raining for like the past month, I feel like. And I have been struggling with it for sure, just because it's raining and my yard is, like a mud pit. So it's like, I hadn't really felt like doing a whole lot just because of how the circumstances around my house have been. So this masculine could be feeling somewhat similar because of their home or where they live, their environment, just their circumstances. I just feel like something's happened with this masculine in the past where they just lack direction or determination or feel like a failure somehow. So, it's like, if they would take control, I was going to say, if they would take control of their life and or their situation, they could turn things around. But I feel like this person has been met with setbacks, and it could be because just, the timing wasn't right. Timing does play a big part in our manifestations and our desires and what we want. So, but there's something here with something that they have been wishing for, something they want in their life. It's almost like they don't have the willpower to invest in it or to do it. So it's just kind of like sitting there, holding them down, holding them back a little bit. But like I said, there is a completion coming in with this Ten of Wands that is going to make room for something new to come in. But because of this Chariot here, this is like, I don't know if this is something that is needed for said person. Because, like, look, there's times when, I used to think, oh, I'll just, like, tell them and give them all the answers. And then it's like, well, then how do they learn if you just give them all the answers? You can't just give everybody all the answers because they don't learn. I mean, sometimes you have to let people hit rock fucking bottom before they figure out why the heck they're even in their mess in the first place. And you know, some people that hit rock bottom, they don't have the ears to hear you until after they've hit rock bottom. You've been sitting there trying to tell them for like 2 months it's this, and they're in denial. They don't want to hear it. But then the moment they hit rock bottom, then they're like, now they've got the ears to listen to what you have to say. So it's like, you know, person, if they would have listened, you could have saved them the trouble, but they won't. So they've got to learn it the hard way. And it might be that, you know, this person here has, because again, with water signs, we can be emotionally driven. So maybe they chose from their emotions in the past, and because of those choices that they made, maybe that somehow set them back to learn some type of karmic lesson or to experience, you know, something because of that choice. I don't know. I'm not, you know, in your situation to be able to, you know, to say. But the reason why I'm going on about this Chariot in reverse is because this person's going to end the month with the Eight of Wands in reverse. There's two wand cards here. So, you know, this is the energy. There's 2 emotional cards and 1 earth card. So again, at the end of the month, there are going to be delays for this person. There is still going to be, because this card here speaks of slow progress. So whatever this here comes in, you know, they may get this offer, but because of like the pain and shit of the past, because they could be the one holding themselves back because of what they've been through, their past experiences. And you know, I would even say it's something that they've been wanting. You know, a lot of people want stuff, but they won't let go of the shit that they need to let go of in order to receive that very thing that they want. This could have happened to this masculine. You know, he has said he wants this right here. But when it comes down to him actually, you know, letting go and getting rid of the trash so that he can get this, you know, it's a slow process. So, at the end of the month, this is not saying that, you know, it's not going to happen. This is just saying that there will be delays and setbacks. It's a slow progression. You know, bad timing, getting a late start, or not being able to really take off, like hit the ground running. Like this might be because of what he's been through. You know, he could be burnt out from this and doesn't really have the energy to do this. So it's still going to go off, it's still going to take off and go. It's just going to be slower than expected. So now, if this is like, this could very well be like, if you're the female, you know, the feminine here, and you're dealing with this masculine, you know, definitely, like I said, he is overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities and things at the first of the month. The middle of the month, something's going to come in and like reward him for the hard work and dedication he's put in right here. But it's still, because of these two, going to have things slowed toward the end. So, one of you, I usually see this as the position of the person I'm reading for. So, the viewer, if you are feeling like this is not something that you want to do with this masculine anymore, that you actually want to break up, then maybe that's what this is. If you are contemplating breaking up or getting out of a relationship with this King of Cups here in reverse, then no, it might be a slow progress in the month of February, but you will be victorious in doing that. it may seem like you are taking on a lot of responsibility at the first half of the month to get this going, especially if you live together and you're having to pack your shit and get everything, packed, or, the bullshit that comes with having to move. You got to find a new place. You've got to call all these people. You've got to get power and electricity and water over here. You got to get a U-Haul truck. You got to find people or a company to move your ass and someone to pack all your shit. It's a lot to handle at one time. So it could be like if you're deciding to break up and move, that, you're leaving, and because you leave, you get rewarded with something, or the money comes in that you need to get this moving. And then it's like the end of the month for you, it's like there's now a relief and a release from this burden that was, at the first part of the month, to where maybe you are actually the one that's slowing things down a little bit to relax and chill a minute, to detox from this right here. But, so whatever the dynamic here, okay? Whoever this is for you, this is a person that's feeling very victorious. Like they are triumphing in this dynamic. They are being recognized. They are taking pride in their accomplishments. Like people admiring them for their hard work. So, if this is not necessarily you wanting to break up with them, then this is just this masculine here who's feeling at the end of the month, after he goes through this, he will feel victorious. Like he's finally conquered and gotten his shit done. Especially if there's a lot he's trying to do at the first of the month. Now, if this is the masculine that you're dealing with, and this is not you, then over here, this would be him. And if this is you, yeah, that's him. And if this was him, then this is you. So there's someone here who you're going to have to switch and apply them to who. But this Knight of Wands, being superficial, being cocky, foolhardy, hot-headed, restless. This is also, he looks like he's leaving and going somewhere. I mean, both of these are. But this person's going forward, and this person's upside down. So, look, he's also upside down over here. So, I almost feel like this is you, the one watching, and this is the person you're dealing with. So it could be that you get all your shit and you're taking off and going, and people are like, dang girl, look at you. And then him over here has got all his shit all angry and mad and pissed off, and he's just like, get the fuck out my way, I'm coming through. That's this energy right here. He's plowing through. He's going somewhere. Keep in mind though, because Knight of Wands in reverse can also be that someone it could be too that this person here is telling you that they're going to do certain things, but they're not giving you 100% truth. This person could be full out player mode. I mean, they say that this card in the deck is the player anyway. Like, they can sell you a used car that's a lemon. And in reverse, it's like the extreme of that. So, he could be promising you one thing, but not delivering on it. So just be aware of that. Someone has fears of starting over, of new beginnings, of having to go at it themselves. But by the end of the month, there is some type of breakup or falling out or coming undone of something. Because you end the month with the Two of Cups in reverse. That's arguments, strained relations, not seeing eye to eye, and anguish. So even if, like, let's say you're not actually moving out, then by the end of the month, whatever this delay thing is over here, I feel like it's going to cause some type of argument. Especially because he's here in reverse, he's here in reverse. So the two of you are not going to be seeing eye to eye by the time February is over with. There's something, and I don't know if it's you or them, But, you know, if I look at the bottom of the deck, I've got a feminine here who, let me make sure I got my camera angle right, who, she is walled into a corner. She can't see a way out. You know, she's stuck in her head. She's worried. She's troubled. And behind that, I've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. So it's like this masculine was once crying, poor pitiful me, over something when you were standing there the whole time, but they were too caught up in the bullshit of the past to even turn around and even look at you. They're harping over the shit that didn't work out, and you're standing there the whole time like, I'm here if you'll just turn around and look at me. And it's like the pain or depression or whatever associated with their bullshit, they just couldn't, you know, let go of it and move on. And anyways, so there is something here that really has you stressed out and anxious. You probably, I would say that you have had to be, you've had to stand your ground about the things that you wanted in the past. At one point in time, you may have had a lot of things coming at you and you weren't exactly sure which direction you wanted to go or what you wanted to pursue. But now there's balance coming in from that. And it could be too, you know, we just came out of Mercury retrograde. So if that really did a number on you in the month of, you know, January, then you could be coming out of that. And that can be hard sometimes. What is this King of Cups here for Libra? What is this King of Cups here for Libra? Oh, we've got bad health. Okay, and then so the cards gift and change flew out while I was shuffling. So look at this change leaving, you know, moving. So this masculine's been in despair over something. I don't know if they took a trip and had to go somewhere that really kind of done a number on them. But, I mean, you are, the female in this dynamic, though, is the one who is like the apple of his eye, basically. Okay, this masculine. But I feel like whatever he's been going through over here in the past, he hasn't been able to gift you the things that I would say he usually is able to, or help you out the way that you're used to. His health could have taken a toll on him, or either he came through a bout of depression or something. But something's changing on the home front. What is this Chariot? How come there's no forward movement here? What happened with this to cause these setbacks? Alright, so we've got the privileged lady here. So maybe you have caused some setbacks because you've been waiting on him to either heal or get his shit together or do something. But I will say that someone here was lying about something. No, hold on, I'm not going to say that. What I'm seeing, because I say that because it's false person card at the bottom. But this could also be the feminine in this situation. Like, you've been having to play your cards right with this masculine, especially if he's been like your sugar daddy, whether or not he's your boyfriend, your husband, or whatever. He takes care of you, and because of his, you know, being in bad health or bad shape, he has not been able to, you know, his funds have been limited, especially if he's had to take time off or take out of work or whatever. And you've been having to play your cards right and work your little ass off to get stuff done and taken care of and bills paid and shit. And it's like, anyways, okay, what does this Ten of Wands here have to do with this overwhelming, overburdened thing? Good knock on that one. And look, there's that false person card again. So I would say that this masculine took a turn for the worse and was not able to come through and do what they usually do. They were not able to take care of you and look after you, your kid, or y'all's kid. There was a lot of communication, you know, going back and forth with this person, even if they were like in the hospital or somewhere. You know, this person wanted to give you things but couldn't. So it's like you might be overburdened. If this is you, you could be overburdened for all this responsibility you're having to take on, for the simple fact that he hasn't really been able to be there, and it's set you back a little bit. So what is this Ace of Pentacles here? What is this Ace of Pentacles? The child. Okay, so if you two have a child together, then it could be by the middle of the month that something comes through with him, so he's able to gift you with some money. He's definitely concerned about this situation and what it has done on you and on him. You are definitely in his thoughts while if he's been laid up in the bed recovering from something, you've definitely been on his mind while he's been down under the weather. But I would say that he has definitely taken a little bit of turn for the worse in his finances, like in his money, and it's kind of put him out in the cold, so to speak. But there is going to be a come up, a return, a catapult into something better, and I would assume that's after he recovers. So if you don't actually have kids with him, he sees you as, you know, the little girl that he wants to always take care of. So, and that's what this is. You are like the apple of his eye, and it's like, here, I want to gift you with this. All right, so what is this Eight of Wands here in reverse? What does this Eight of Wands in reverse have to do with? Look, and I know I was saying earlier about somebody moving. So this is somebody getting all their shit, because, like, look, this man is putting these suitcases. He's already gotten this stuff in it. He's getting ready to put that in there and leave. So this is change, a change of residence. Now, if you are trying to move, it may take more time than what you thought, okay? You may feel like where you have been living, you were stuck in it, especially if you were living there with him. But there is going to be some type of agreement that comes through. There is going to be some type of money coming from this said masculine. It almost seems like, I don't know, we're going to see when we get over there. All right, what is this Six of Wands? What is this Six of Wands? All right, so this masculine, I guess this is him over here. So at some point in time, there's going to be a break, a recovery in whatever this bad health situation that he's endured. Okay? Yeah. So you might be over here really focused on your work, your career. You might be, if you could even very well be having to pick up extra work and taking on more hours to make up the difference from, you know, the money you were getting from him. So just know that while you're off working and doing that, he is some way, shape, or form going to have victory in his finances. And that's going to catapult him into better health. He will have a comeback for sure right here. What is this Knight of Wands? You know, I could have been wrong in saying that this was you and that was him. These both could be him. This family room. I want to reshuffle this again. What is this? What is this Knight of Wands here again, please? What is this Knight of Wands? Look, that card came out again. Okay, so this masculine may not, if he's the one that's having to leave, he does not want to leave this house. Whatever location that you guys are in, he does not want to leave it, but he's having to. So this is a breakup or something in a marriage, or a really strong, what was at one point in time a very strong relationship or partnership. I feel like this masculine feels like he's being robbed a little bit because of this change. but I mean, anyways, it will some way, shape, or form work itself out. What is this Two of Cups in reverse here for Libra in February? That was really a lot that flipped out. And that privileged lady. So there's an ending here with this woman. You know, you could feel like someone has taken his time and attention away from you, and it's left you to do things alone and to focus on yourself and your work while he's been out having to tend to other shit. And you know that there's eventually going to be, you know, a stop to that, or him coming back, or him finishing that. But I will say that, you know, maybe it's you here that decides you don't want to be in this relationship anymore. You will be mature about it. You know that it's going to take 3 to 6 months of going back and forth with this masculine here you're dealing with before you finally get somewhere. There's going to be a lot of, you know, messages going back and forth between you and him. And I still feel like there's going to be a message going back and forth between you and him for the next 3 to 6 months to try and woo you back in, or coerce you back into his life, or him back into your life. So, you know, it may take a good 3 to 6 months if you're trying to leave him before he finally, like, shuts up and leaves you alone, so to speak, with trying to come back or trying to keep things going. So, all right. Prepare for your angel answers question, and think about the question that you have. All right, angel answers. I'm looking for 10 cards for a Celtic crossbred reading. What messages do you have for Libra in February? All right. Okay. There is a huge emphasis on no. Okay. A huge emphasis. We have 2 no's here. There's a no here, and then there's a no at the bottom of the deck. So you've got 1 no regular, 1 with an exclamation mark. What you're asking about will happen in the very near future. You may not see a positive outcome in this at all, okay? And it may be because you don't feel like this is going to work out or come to fruition, whatever. There is going to be an opportunity that comes in for you, but this may be an opportunity or something to make money, where either you get some type of form of money that helps you to, you know, do something, or this is going to be something you've been asking for coming in, but it comes in and it's not the way you wanted it. It's in a different form or a different manner or a different way, because you need to choose a different direction. So there's something else out here better suited for you. Like, you've got to go about obtaining this, whatever you're asking about, through a different avenue, a different way. But keep going, because you will find it. You need to take action on it. I feel like this action is really going to be at the end of February. There's something right now, though, that's going on with you. It's not the right time, and you need to reconsider your options. And it could be too, because, you know, you've got to get in alignment with the right option. I feel like the right option is coming in toward the end of February. So right now is not the right time for you to either obtain this or to go here. But if you just keep looking and thinking and re-strategizing and keep going, you're eventually going to get aligned to the right thing. So once you take action and move in that direction, you're going to notice a huge change in your health, especially going into March. We've got improving health. It's up to you. This situation will improve. Don't stop. So whatever you were asking in this question, the answer is no. And I think the reason why it's no is because because however you're wanting it and seeing it, you're not going to get it or obtain it that way. There's a different way it's going to manifest. Or there's a different way you need to align with to receive it. So, that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonated. If it does, please give the video a thumbs up, a like, subscribe to my channel. Please let me know in the details. If you've got feedback or comments on how the reading resonated, I would love to know. If you like oracle readings, which I use these cards, pop over to my Facebook page, which is, I think, the Urban Woman 222. It will have the same profile picture as my YouTube channel. But, over there, it's oracle readings, and it's probably more spiritual especially more spiritual than this channel here. But, go over there and like and follow my page. I do weekly readings over there. So, but if this is where I leave you, Libra, I wish you all the best in February. Take care, and I'll see you again here next time. Namaste.